Doctor Strangelove is one of the darkest comedies ever made. But if you think the real message of the film is the jokes or the Cold War paranoia, you've missed the point. The real message is in the warnings Stanley Kubrick buried underneath all that brilliant satire. Here are 5 more hidden meanings in Doctor Strangelove that you probably missed. Number 5. The Doomsday Machine isn't a joke. Everyone remembers the Doomsday Machine as a punchline, the ultimate absurdity. But Kubrick didn't design it as satire. He designed it as a prophecy. Back in the early 1960s, governments were already seriously discussing automated retaliation weapon systems that could launch nuclear strikes without any human approval. Kubrick read those actual proposals, those real-world plans, and he embedded a stark warning inside the film. Once you remove human judgment from the equation of war, you remove humanity itself. The Doomsday Machine isn't just comedy, it's the logical endpoint of letting machines decide when a civilization ends. And today, with autonomous drones and AI-controlled weapons becoming a reality, Kubrick looks less like a filmmaker and more like a prophet. The absurdity he showed us is now our potential future. Number 4. Strangelove's hand is the thesis of the movie. Think about Dr. Strangelove's mechanical hand, the one that keeps snapping into a Nazi salute against his will. This isn't just a physical gag, it's the entire message of the film condensed into one horrifying, hilarious image. Kubrick believed the real danger wasn't just the nuclear weapons themselves, but the fact that the people controlling them were often survivors of older authoritarian ideologies. They were scientists and strategists who had served darker masters. Strangelove's involuntary salute symbolizes the subconscious loyalty to fascist thinking that still existed deep inside Cold War institutions. He can't control his hand because those destructive forces, those old ideas, still control him. Kubrick's warning is clear. You can overthrow a regime, you can win a war, but you can't just overthrow a mindset overnight. Those dangerous ideas linger just beneath the surface, waiting for a moment of weakness to reassert themselves. Number 3. The war room table is a ritual altar. Kubrick didn't design the iconic war room as just a futuristic command center. Look closer. He designed it as a ceremonial space, a ritual chamber for the religion of modern war. Notice the giant circular table, lit from above like a stage, the harsh overhead light, the deep darkness surrounding the room. See the way the characters study the maps and reports like priests reading sacred texts. Kubrick uses this almost religious composition to show that military strategy has become its own dark liturgy, that the glowing round table is an altar, a sacred space where human lives are calculated, traded, and ultimately sacrificed. The Cold War in Kubrick's vision isn't just politics, it's a belief system complete with its own high priests and holy rites. Every single person in that room is performing a ritual they don't even realize they're a part of, pushing the world closer to doomsday with every solemn decision. Number 2. General Ripper's bodily fluids speech isn't comedy. We all laugh at General Jack D. Ripper. The paranoia, the unhinged obsession with precious bodily fluids, the barely concealed sexual madness driving his actions. It seems like a caricature of a lunatic. But Kubrick wasn't just making fun of him, he was making fun of us. Ripper doesn't actually care about the fluoridation of the water. That's just his excuse. What he really wants is the war. He wants the power. He wants the violence. The conspiracy theory is simply the story he tells himself and others so he can feel heroic while destroying the entire world. This is Kubrick's most chilling warning about human nature. People will believe absolutely anything, no matter how ridiculous, if it lets them feel righteous while doing something monstrous. Ripper isn't insane in a clinical sense. He's ordinary. He's just a man who found a justification for his darkest impulses. And that's the true horror. The monster isn't some outlier. He's one of us. And finally, number 1. Why nuclear Armageddon is played as a punchline. This is perhaps the darkest, most profound meaning in the entire film. Kubrick ends Dr. Strangelove with total nuclear annihilation, but he doesn't present it with horror. He presents it as a joke. Major Kong, the cowboy, riding a bomb down to oblivion, his gleeful scream, the grin on his face, a yee-haw into extinction. Why? Because Kubrick believed humanity would never take its own destruction seriously until the very moment it actually happens. The ending isn't truly comedic, it's diagnostic. It's a diagnosis of the human condition. We laugh at the very forces that can kill us all. We normalize extreme danger. We rationalize absolute madness. We convince ourselves that everything is fine, that the system will hold, right up until the moment the bomb drops. The real punchline of the film isn't the explosion itself. It's the mindset that leads to it. A species smart enough to build civilization, yet dumb enough to let it slip right through its fingers with a chuckle and a shrug. Kubrick closes on those iconic mushroom clouds because the real horror isn't the blast. It's the casual, self-destructive behavior that makes the blast not just possible, but inevitable. Kubrick didn't make Dr. Strangelove to mock the Cold War. He made it to warn the future. And the deeper you look into this masterpiece, the more every joke becomes a mask, covering something deadly serious. From the shadow-coated symbolism to the absurdity that masks uncomfortable truths, Dr. Strangelove is more relevant today than ever. And its message is one we still haven't learned. Thank you so much for watching. Please consider subscribing for more breakdowns just like this.